Welcome to Davita's Stampin' Spot. Glad you're joining me tonight, getting everything set up. Had a great opportunity to meet with some other gals and our DDM and was visiting, chatting, and all of a sudden looked at the clock and realized, oh my goodness, it's time to start my Facebook Live. So apologize that I'm a little bit late this evening. All right. Get this set up so maybe I can see what we're doing here. All right, so if you're watching, let me know. Give me a hello or something so that I know that you're watching this evening. I want to share a card with you. I've been going through some old projects. Oh my gosh, I don't want to tell you how many boxes of old cards and swaps that I have. And I came across this layout that I'm going to share with you tonight. I've changed it up just a little bit. And I like how it gives a different look just by tearing a little bit of your paper. See how that soft look there? And so I'm going to show you how to make this tonight. This one is done with Blushing Bright. And you know, pink isn't my thing. So hey Lois, good deal. Glad to see you're watching this evening. And Susie, you're on. Awesome, awesome. All right, so this is what we're going to make, and let's get started. So the first thing I did was I cut my card base, and I decided for this card that I wanted to use the pale papaya. I am not a flower expert, as many of you already know. Hang on, I got extra paper on there. So this is just our normal 5.5 by 8.5, and I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. So we have our middle score there. And use my bone folder, line that up. So I know I wasn't on last week, so I appreciate those of you that are hopping on tonight to watch. We had an amazing time with Brandon and Shelby and Alden. It went quickly, unfortunately, but that's the way it goes when you're visiting. But we had a great time. So I apologize for not being with you last week, but I'm back. And as far as I know now, I shouldn't have any Mondays that I'm not able to do a video. All right, so this is a piece of white cardstock. It is 4 by 5 1/4. So I just took 1/4 of an inch off each side. And I'm using this big image here. Get that out of the way. It is the Stacked Stone stamp set. And I only want a small portion of it. So I'm going to ink up, maybe a third, fourth or a third here. First time I started playing with this, I did the stones too far, so that then my flower didn't really have space for my flower. And I found when I'm using a big stamp like this, it's better to lay the stamp down, lay my paper on top, and then I'm just going to take a piece of scrap paper and just rub. And I do the scrap paper so that the ink gets on my paper and not on my fingers. So there you go. So that's my stone. All right, and then I'm using a tulip set. This one repeated in the catalog, and so a lot of you bought this last year with me. I just love this set, and I'm really not a tulip person, but I just think these stamps are so pretty. They've got such nice detail in them. You can tell this flower's been used a lot. Look at that, it's all red. So I'm going to tear across here. Now I'm going to put ribbon on here later. So where the brick is or the stone, I want that flat. So I want to angle from there across. You can tear on that, but then it's a little more difficult to get your ribbon to lay nice. So I want to make sure my tearing ends before the stamped image. So like that. All right, so I know where that's going to be. Now I'm going to take my pale papaya and stamp my flower. And I decided I'm going to try something a little bit different with this one. So I'm going to try to stamp 3 and see how that works instead of just 1. And I put in my newsletter that came out a couple days ago and I want to make sure I say it here too. If you have any of our 2022 colors, and you have not purchased the re-inking bottles yet, you want to get that done really soon, because we have found in the past that once the annual catalog it comes out, that it's retiring, and that you need to start getting your in colors because they're going away. The ink stuff sells out like speedy quick. So I'm trying to warn everybody ahead of time this year to make sure you get your re-inking. The bottles, I think, are $3.75. You know, check your card stock. Do you have enough card stock? Do you have any of the ribbon that you want? Don't wait. I know we all like to kind of procrastinate sometime, but I'm going to encourage you to not wait this time. All right, this is the smaller leaf. I like this middle one here. And what I do to make it look different is I just turn it from one, I turn it upside down. So because these are kind of close together, I don't have to do two on each one. But put some flower or leaves in here. Oh, I'm liking this. I really didn't try this ahead of time. Guess I'm getting brave tonight and just kind of winging it as I go. All right, so then I'm going to grab a dauber, and I want to highlight that this is torn and not cut. So I'm just gently going to take my dauber and daub across here a little bit. So it draws that out. So see, when you put that here, see how you can, it just kind of blends it all together, which I really like. All right, now I want to put a little greeting up here. If you want a bigger greeting up here, then I'm just going to do hello. Let's see if happy birthday would fit. I don't know, it might be too big. So let's say I decide I want to put this happy birthday here. What you can do is just trim off 1/4 of an inch, and I'm going to try that. So I'm going to quickly cut off 1/4 of an inch on each side, and I'm going to take it off of the stacked stone side. So we have a little more space for a greeting up there. Okay, so see how that gives more space? And now I think I can put my happy birthday up there. And you want a dark color, since if we put the pale papaya, you're not going to be able to see it very well. So there we go. Like that. And now I want to add my ribbon. And this ribbon's in the annual catalog. There's 3 ribbons in it. It goes with one of the flower sets. So there's this white, there's a gingham that's in the Just Jade, and then there's a twine. And I seem to have gone to these quite a bit recently. You know how it is, you get one idea in your head and then you keep using it over and over. All right, so I'm going to use my glue dots, 1 on each end. This time I am not putting 1 in the center. I just didn't want to draw attention to it being attached. So I'm going to line it up evenly with my stacked stones. All right. Wrap that around like that. And then you know me, I always just do a knot because I can't hang on to the ribbon and try to tie a knot at the same time. So I always just do my knot on the top. I want it to be angled. So as I was talking with the ladies tonight, we were brainstorming different things that we could do online with customers and teams, and they gave me some great ideas that I'm anxious to try with you guys. So be watching for some changes here in the next couple weeks. Try some new and different things. It's not laying flat like I wanted. There we go. All right, so then I'm going to use a glue dot. And put it right up on there like that. And then if you want to add some depth, you can use dimensionals to attach that. If you don't want to, you can do it straight down. tried to be a little more conscious of what I'm putting in the mail so that it doesn't go through the envelopes. So trying to do things a little more flat, but yet still give it a fun look. All right. So I've got 3 classes. Is that right? Yeah, 3 classes coming up, and I'm going to share details on those. There we go. And then I'll show you what I did for the inside. I like to put a little something on the inside, but usually I try to leave quite a bit of space for writing. So for this one, I chose the little bud. And since I had 3 on the front, I'm going to do 3 here. And then use my stem again. I just love this set. Okay, so here's a teaching thing. So, you know, you get the oops, you don't get it quite as close as you would like. Take your pencil or your marker and just lightly add in till I need to re-ink my stamp pad because my marker is darker than when I did. I'll show you my other one where I did this and you couldn't tell because my marker and my stamp pad were the same strength. There we go. And then I'll throw in a leaf or 2. There we go. And I've started being a little more careful with what I put in the middle, just because it seems like so often it's just not quite what I'm looking for in a greeting. So let me see some fun ones I've been using lately. Where is it? Now I can't find it. Here we go. This is probably my favorite one right now. To a person who still got it but might not remember where they put it, happy birthday. I guess that's because a lot of my friends and stuff are about the same age I am. So we'll put that on here too. There's a nice one that says nobody deserves a better birthday than you, which would be a nice choice too. All right. Line that up. There we go. And that'll go on the inside of my card. So there it is in Pale Papaya. Let me show you the first one I did in Pale Papaya. I did it with just 1. And the first one I did was in Blushing Bride. You guys that like pink will be so proud of me because that is not my thing. All right, it was laying here. Where did it go? Oh my gosh. Kent and I don't know where we heard it, some movie, I guess, where they said aliens entered a room and then they erased our memory. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel anymore. Seems like I can't remember or find things. Okay, so here it is in Blushing Bride. So you get the inside done. All right. So it's a very simple card. You don't need a lot of supplies. I had 2 pieces of white paper and a couple stamps and then a piece of cardstock for my base. And I think it creates a really pretty nice card that gives it texture just because you do this tearing right there on the edge. Hey, Cindy, glad you're joining. Let me show you the class. It's this Thursday. And Cindy Meyer, it's a good thing you're on here because this idea came from you. I did a class for her a couple weeks ago, and she came up with a layout design that she really liked, and she wanted me to teach at the class, and so I did. So when I made her first suggestion, I made it so it opened like this, and she goes, no, that's not the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be on the bottom. So at the class this week, you'll get to decide which way you want it to go. Do you want to put it at the top like that? Do you want it at the bottom like this? Do you need one with flowers? Do you want some just with leaves? This would work great for men or women. This is more a little bit for women with the flowers and everything. So that's my fun fold. Then my simple card is this one. It uses that new vellum. Isn't that pretty vellum? and then some of the hand pen DSP, and then the color and contour. Yeah, color and contour stamp set. Very simple. Stamp this. That is all one stamp. And then the pink's one stamp. And then a flower on the inside. So very simple, but I think really pretty. And then my technique is going to be showing you how to use Post-it notes, blending brushes to create a fun scene like this. And so when I was working on this on Saturday, I thought, oh, I don't know, should I be doing snow? And then we had a snowstorm yesterday, and we weren't even sure we'd have school today. So yeah, it's welcome to Kansas. We still have snow. So you'll see on the advertisement, I said, we've got flowers for spring and snow for spring. So this class is Thursday at 3:30. You will make 2 of this one, 2 of this one, and then you can either make one with these 2 patterns, you'll make 2 cards. So either 2 of this, 2 of this, or 1 of each, however you want to do it. So email came out Saturday for that class. And then I want to show you the other 2 classes. You have to RSVP by March 18th because I need to order the packet of supplies for you. And these classes, you are going to use just a portion of the supplies. But let me show you. So the new the Horizons class has this boat card, this bear card, and it's this designer series paper. And you're only using part of a sheet for all these cards. So there's 8 cards. So you'll use 8 cards out of the pack, and you can either get a half a pack for a certain price, or you can get a full pack. Then you'll come and make these cards, and then you'll be able to take the pack of paper home. And I've tried to use just a variety of different stamps. These are those tree dies. Here's one with that bear that we've used before. Here's the other boat set that we have. And there's just trees and birds. So the class is going to be on Friday, April 1st, not an April Fool's joke. We really are doing it then. So you can either do that class on April 1st, or you can do this one. This is the Heart and Home Memories and More pack. I'm going to show you all these cards very quickly, and it is half of a package. So here we go. 1, 2, these are like little note cards. 3, 4, there's one more in here somewhere. 5. Then this paper comes with the Memory More kit. So the striped paper. So we've got 1, 2, not that one, 3, 4, and 5. So that makes 10 cards. And then I took some of the Memories and More pieces and added my own card stock. So this card, and then that one, that one, that one, and that one. There are 15 cards, and you do use most of the Memories and More pack, a half of it. So you'll go home with another full set of the Memories and More cards, but you will use all the card bases. The card bases are this stripe, and then they have this pattern here that you put together. So you can choose between the 2 classes. The details will come out tomorrow. I just didn't get it typed up today. So there's these 2 classes. We're going to play bingo on Saturday, April 9th at Bikes. And then at the end of the month, we're going to do a masculine buffet here. I told you I was going to do masculine cards January, February, March. February, I had to cancel because of bad weather, and there was something else. But anyway, so I'm going to make it a buffet here in March so that you can choose between the different masculine cards. And I forgot to pull those out with my meeting with Chad. So I will pull those out and send them to you. Buffet means I will have a lot of different designs, and you get to pick and choose which ones you want to make. So it's a nice way for you to get some masculine cards, because we know those are always the hard ones to make. And it will, you get to pick which one. So if there's a design you don't like, you don't have to use it, and that's okay too. So, oh, and I did my warning again. Check your 2020, 2022 in colors. If you don't have re-inking bottles that look like this, so this is what a re-inking bottle looks like. you need to get one if you like those colors, because once this catalog ends, you're not going to be able to get the re-inkers for the 2020 to 2022 colors. All right, I think that's it. I feel like an advertisement tonight. I try not to do that. Oh, so it's a pale pink. Well, it is blushing bright, so it's pink. I guess you're right. It wasn't a bright pink. That is true. Thanks for stopping by again. I don't have any plans to miss on Mondays at 7. I do need to know if you would like to do the create with me, where I send you the list and you create with me. Would you please let me know? Send me a Facebook message or an email or a text. I wasn't getting very good response from that, but if people are willing to do it, I will go back to sending out the supplies and stuff ahead of time. So thank you to all of you that are joining me tonight. I hope you like my card. I guess it kind of looks tan on screen. Here we go. I'll lay all of them out here. If you're placing an order and it's under $150, if you'd use this host code, I'd sure appreciate it. And I think that's it. We'll see you next Monday at 7. Thanks so much for joining me.